Decided to continue recording. I just finished recording one video, but I saw this other video in the Discord channel. I was like, I should go to bed. It's 4 a.m. already. Holy shit, I've been recording all night. The past 2 nights I've been recording. For some reason, I just have a lot of energy at night and I was not feeling like sleeping, so I just went ahead and, started recording. So let's check it out. Top 6 shocking things you can't buy in North Korea. We all know about North Korea. At least I hope my fans know about North Korea. For the ones who don't, if you don't know anything about it, Google North Korea or read about it. Not gonna dive into that, but we are going to dive into this video. Top 6 shocking things you can't buy in North Korea. Explained by, I guess, a North or South Korean or a Korean. I don't know. Let's check it out. Well, sorry if I offend someone because, I don't know. I think she looks Korean, Asian. Whatever.
Amount of money gonna get you internet in North Korea. If you have access to internet, you get executed.
Wait. If you have internet access, you get executed. And I thought Saudi Arabia was bad.
And that is a reality for North Korean people right now.
Voice of North Korea by Yeonmi Park? Yeonmi Park. I don't know. I'm sorry if I pronounced your name wrong, but I guess that she's North Korean then? Oh yeah, North Korean girl's journey to freedom. So she is.
Hi everyone! Welcome to my channel. My name is Yeonmi Park and I'm a North Korean defector and a human rights activist. So today in this video, I'm going to talk about top 6 things you cannot buy in North Korea. So living in this 21st century, after living in America for 5 years, it's very hard for me to imagine, is there such a thing that we cannot buy with money? And all I could think of was actually love, right? Maybe health. That's all I could think of, the things that we cannot.
Yeah, okay, seems fair. I think not only in America, but just like the Western world in general, I guess.
Buy with money. But in North Korea, the things that we take for granted, there's so many things that you cannot buy in North Korea with money. So number 1, that would be condoms. So
that awkward laugh. Okay, yeah, condoms.
So we don't talk about those intimacy openly, but this is a product that you cannot buy with money because nobody sells it. I'm sure if in Pyongyang elite, maybe you may somewhere you get it, but in the commoners, 99% population do not have access to these contraceptive devices.
Contraceptive devices, holy shit. So...
Wait a minute!
Pull out game strong in North Korea, huh?
The reason is because where in North Korea, nobody is able to, afford to throw something away after using once. So, I come to America, there's so many products that you use.
Reusable condoms.
Use once, like chopsticks, when you get Chinese delivery spoons, you use once and they throw away. I literally remember I was so shocked. They are perfectly fine plastic spoons and wooden chopsticks. And Americans will just use once and throw them away. This is...
Yeah, sustainability-wise, I have to agree with that.
Really land of abundance.
Yeah.
But in North Korea, that's like unheard of. I actually even heard of some story from my mother that somebody who went to abroad and brought one condom and they used definitely more than one time. So don't ask me why, but that's how poor North Korea is. And normal people have no access to the condom. And it's very sad because more women, the things that liberate women, North Korean women do not have access to them. And this is really related to number 2. Number 2 thing that you cannot buy in North Korea, that is sanitary pads. In North Korea, we don't even, we don't know what, using once and throwing away that concept. So usually what we do when we get periods is like we cut down like blanket or any cotton on any like shirt that we don't use, and we use it and wash it again, and it leaks. Whenever your period comes, we cannot go outside. That, you know, so much restriction on women when this thing happens. And
That's really fucked up.
and because of no
Holy
condoms
shit.
and no sanitary pads, women actually taking aspirins. If they're rich, they can afford to buy aspirin. They use that as a contraceptive device, and that's how North
How the fuck can an aspirin be anti-conception? Huh? Did I miss something in biology class?
Koreans do not get any benefit from these modern devices. Number 3 is no fast food in North Korea. I recently saw there's some few spots coming
Good
up
for
in
your health,
Pyongyang,
right?
But still, for 98% of the population do not even know what fast food is. And this really shocked me when I came to America. I couldn't believe there was such a thing called good food and bad food. And I was in New York and I asked somebody like, what does that mean, Whole Foods, right? In New York there's a grocery store called the Whole Foods. And is there such a food that is not whole? And they were like, it means it's not processed, it's a whole ingredient. And I was like, isn't any food that? So it took a long time for me. It's still having a hard time to understand the, you know, whole food and fast food that is an empty calorie. And in North Korea, like, we cannot even afford the fast food. And I really sometimes wonder, I think any kind of food is good, right? It's all about your choice of what you decide to eat.
Yeah. This is actually pretty interesting. Like, hearing that from a person who's from there, I imagine that's now that she's saying that it's weird, then I'm it gives me a moment of realization where I'm also like, damn, it actually is weird that we have stuff like that. We have like good and bad food and processed, not processed food. No, that shouldn't be a thing at all.
And, you know, in a way, that number one problem that you are never gonna have in North Korea is that you will never be exposed to, you know, inorganic food. Everything gonna be organic, and everything is not processed, and everything gonna be wonderful food. And number 4, which is internet. Guys, can you imagine life without internet right now? I mean, like,
I don't
how
know.
am I even talking to you today without internet, right?
Yeah.
Even you are so rich in North Korea, even though you are so powerful government officer, you got everything. No amount of money gonna get you internet in North Korea. And that's why we should be so grateful living in freedom. Anybody can have access to internet here. So because the regime really makes sure that nobody can get the actual idea what's happening outside of the world, because I mean, they're brainwashing in order for that to work, right? They have to cut the outside information going into the country.
Yeah, isolating people from having like other inputs and stuff from outside, knowing what's going on in the world, so they only have one source of truth, which is their government.
And that's why, even though no amount of money gonna get you buying your internet in North Korea, there are instances that some people in North Korea actually have internet, and those are the ones that have a government permit in Pyongyang. Like, only few people in North Korea have access to internet, and that is Kim Jong-un and few people working for him. And other than that, if you have access to internet, you get executed. And that is a reality for North Korean people right now.
That just blows my mind.
It's unbelievable that there is a place that we cannot reach through technology and internet right now, but North Korea is still a black hole of, you know, information and any kind of
I love the editing on this.
modern technology. And lastly, the number 6, that is warm water. So, you know, whenever I wake
What?
up in the morning, of course, my morning routine is jumping into shower, right? You know, my warm water. I love taking shower. I take like 2 showers a day. And I keep saying, like, I make up the time that when I didn't have a shower when I was growing up in North Korea.
You didn't have a shower in North Korea?
So even though you're a very rich person in North Korea, there is no central heating because there's no electricity, no gas coming into your house. Even though you're living in a high rise in Pyongyang, the warm water And a lot of times the cold water doesn't work. You have to go down. Imagine you're living in the 50th floor in Pyongyang, the high rise. You have to walk down 50th floor. That's what a lot of North Korean elites do. And go to the river and go to the well and bring the drinking water. And you have to bring the firewood and heat them up to warm the water. So it's a...
What? So they have high rises without electricity or gas? I didn't know this. Like, I don't know a lot about North Korea at all, but these are like details that don't get mentioned often. This is wow. So, and there's like, because there's no electricity in the building, there's no elevator, so you have to go down all those stories to get fucking water. Are you kidding me? I imagine you come up there, you just brought your food and everything, and you just forgot to bring your drink, or you forgot to bring your fork. I have to go down 50 stairs again.
Weird miracle for me too. Whenever I just open my sink and the warm water just comes out of it. This is like usually the one of the miracles that North Koreans say, that it's like whenever you turn up the switch, the electricity comes, and whenever you turn up the sink, the water comes out. And this is something not only the commoners, like the average people don't have access to, even the rich people cannot afford to have the warm water because no infrastructure is working for this kind of thing. And a lot of even the tourists in Western tourists go to North Korea to visit North Korea, and their complaints are in their hotel they would give the warm water like maybe 30 minutes a day in like every 3 days. Not only that, they just like put all the water in a tank because the water doesn't come in the 5-star hotel for the white people to visit, right? And even that hotel, they cannot afford the warm water. So it's a very rare thing that we have right now here.
Wait, you can visit North Korea now? Wasn't that completely like blocked off? 5-star hotel? Who rates a hotel in North Korea? It's like, oh, you get 4 stars? Executed!
I hope that this video really helped you to understand how different world that we are in right now with North Koreans.
Yeah, it
and
did.
You maybe get a glimpse of what the daily life would be for these people who are living in this
North Korea, yeah.
And also really see what a miracle that is. We are living in this prosperous free country, that we have access to internet, we have access to sanitary pads. Even you have no idea what liberation that is for a woman to have.
Yeah, like basic things. Like wow. I mean, I never take things for granted because of course, where I come from, it wasn't the best either during war and everything. But even before the war, we had like a high standard of living, so it's not this bad. This is like holy shit. And then people compare Yugoslavia's communism to like communism in general. Like there's not one type of communism, even though people like to think that. Compare that to this. What the fuck? Like holy shit. I'm blown away. This was a good video. I don't know who sent it in. This was great to listen to, and this was great to have just this small reminder. And I think it's also good for everyone watching. Stand that everything you have on a daily basis, which you don't pay attention to, don't take it for granted. It can be all gone like this. And that's a thing. Not everyone has access to it. Food, a roof over your head, water, heating, lights, electricity, gas, whatever. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I see all of you guys in the next video. Ciao.
Perfect.